I'm Lewis. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Recoolit, where we are empowering sustainable cooling. What that means specifically is that we sell high integrity, high quality carbon credits from the destruction of refrigerant gas. This is a massive climate problem, and we're solving it with a business model that's sustainable, great margins, and highly scalable. My personal story, I'm American. I moved to Indonesia 3 years ago to solve refrigerants, which is what Project Drawdown rated as the #1 climate opportunity on the planet. And the backdrop to all this is air conditioning use and refrigeration, broadly speaking. All kinds of cooling are growing massively, especially in emerging markets, projected to 3x by 2050. And all of these devices today contain refrigerant gas. These are particular chemicals that are 2,000 times worse than CO2 and account for 3 billion tons CO2 equivalent of emissions per year, 6% of all global emissions. On the other side of things, the market for carbon credits is taking off, projected to grow really fast over the next 10 to 30 years. There are really two tailwinds here. The first is in the voluntary market, where businesses are facing pressure from various stakeholders to go carbon neutral and net zero. And the second is that governments around the world are putting carbon trading into practice. There are a lot of details around carbon markets that will be changing and fleshed out over the next 30 years. But the bottom line, and obviously these estimates are span an order of magnitude or two, but the bottom line is that this is a fast growing market that we're planning to sell into. The problem with all of that projected growth in carbon credits is that most carbon credits today are just not very good. And they're being increasingly criticized, increasingly being driven out of the market. Buyers don't want these risks, these accusations of greenwashing. And where there are small pockets of high integrity credits, they're typically there's not a lot of supply, and they tend to sell at very high prices. So we bring those two things together with a very simple model where we partner with HVAC technicians. So anyone who's working on an air conditioner, this could be in-house for a building conglomerate, for a multinational company. It could be a third-party contractor. They collect used refrigerant that would otherwise be emitted to the atmosphere. We incinerate it, which permanently prevents any climate impact. We track all of this on our in-house software platform, use the data to generate and sell those carbon credits from the prevented emissions. The gas would have been emitted, instead it's not. And that data is shown directly to carbon buyers, which adds to the integrity and the transparency of our credits. So from the technician's perspective, they get paid to do the right thing. Before, they were just letting the gas out, and instead they have access to tools, training, and actually financial incentives for turning in this waste gas that would otherwise be emitted. The destruction technology is proven, zero emissions, totally permanent, so kind of best in class when it comes to carbon credit permanence questions. And that's through a third-party facility, not one that we own or operate. And from the carbon buyer perspective, because all of this data is being collected on a convenient app in the field every step of the way, our buyers can see really exactly what's happened. And that's what demonstrates the additionality and the transparency, makes our credits be able to command a relatively high price, and makes our buyers safe and secure in their purchases from any kind of greenwashing accusations or eventual credit reversals. We've been doing this in Indonesia for about 3 years. We've proven it end to end every step of the way. So collected a bunch of gas, kind of a logistics network to handle the equipment loan out and the gas return. We've destroyed a bunch of gas in this facility already. We've already done about $200,000 in carbon credit sales so far, although that's still early. We've done this with a variety of local and global partners, so some international AC manufacturers, various building owners and real estate groups within Indonesia, from hotels, shopping malls, all kind of commercial real estate. We're now actually getting into data centers and cold chain as well. That's an exciting opportunity. And our carbon credits are listed on platforms in the US and Europe, which is where most of our buyers are. Both my co-founder and I have worked in Silicon Valley, myself doing data and machine learning at small startups. My co-founder Ning has worked on forest carbon projects, worked at Apple on the iPhone, and has a hardware mechanical engineering background, started a few companies in the past. We're advised by some great software and refrigerant folks, and we have a team mostly based in Indonesia. One kind of additional area that's exciting for us, although it's still a little early, is taking our kind of battle-tested software and developing as well a SaaS product for large buildings, anyone with a lot of refrigeration, grocery stores, data centers, office buildings, to handle refrigerant reporting and compliance. So both for your own emissions reporting, as well as in the US and Europe, there's a lot of regulation around what you have to track and report on your refrigerant use, fugitive emissions. This can be a big part of a building's emissions profile, and it's not well tracked today. So we're not raising at the moment. We are planning to open a seed round in August after we hit a few more commercial milestones. This will be a massive market opportunity. We have a proven model. We're already at zero burn. We're looking to grow aggressively. And really, for us, it's all about this climate impact that we're expected to have over the next couple of years. So we're looking for investors that are really mission aligned on that and able to provide strategic support for our scale up, as well as just writing a check. So thanks everyone for your time. We're Recoolit. We're going to prevent 1 billion tons of CO2 equivalent emissions by 2050. Thanks.